And action. Hello and welcome to the video and the stream and whatever you're doing today. Today we are playing Producer 2021. We're gonna play it. I don't know too much about this game other than it takes about 2 hours to play. And there's one button. Arrow directions and button. Never played it before. Let's dig in. I just realized I can clean my glasses too properly. You sure you want to overwrite data in slot 1? Better not. Okay. There we go. Starting new game. Welcome to Producer 2021. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Yeah, let's ask these questions. Saving the game. Producer 2021 saves automatically after specific sequences. There are no rolling saves. You're basically stuck with a single player file per playthrough. Single save file. So you can't go back and remake decisions. Don't worry though. I'm sure that someone as resourceful as you won't ever get stuck or soft locked or something like that. Content warning. Producer 2021 uses physical paralysis and bodily decay as a crutch for storytelling purposes. It contains characters who are struggling with mental problems like depression and mania. Don't worry, you can fix them. While also depicting homemade and psychoactive compounds as beneficial to the understanding of the world around you, as well as containing a lot of bad words. Themes. Producer 2021 is a game about enthusiasm, productivity, and the end of it all. How long to beat? Depends on how fast you can read. I hope that you can beat it in under 2 hours. Then you'll be eligible for a refund. Get that money, bestie. Let's start. Autosave. You don't remember buying a phone. It rings anyways. Fuck. Look at ceiling. You look at your gray ceiling. The phone rings without mercy. Get up. The phone rings without mercy. Look around. Clumps of dust float through the air like lazy jellyfish. Crushed cans, empty pizza boxes, and discarded clothes cover the sticky floor. The phone has stopped ringing. You missed the call. Fuck. Examine. Your bed. Crumbs of various origins cover the towel that served as your sheet. Smelly little hills of damp fabric. This is your legacy. Level up. Whoa, what? Hold up. What the fuck was that? Level up? Experiencing new things gives you experience. EXP. Collect enough EXP and you'll level up. If you don't get EXP for something, it's not worth doing. Okay, got it. Now, where were we? Fragile vase. Brittle and beautiful, the fragile vase stands out amongst the trash. It's very delicate. Admire. You exhale happily. Ah, this is your most prized possession. Contemplate. Is beauty a function of fragility? Sunken in thought, you lean against a small tower of pizza boxes. They tumble and they fall. Fuck. Examine. Shards. Tiny and distorted by 1,000 shimmering shards, your reflections appear to be ashamed. Wait! Something lies hidden in the pile of broken glass. It's your car keys. You got car keys! These will be useful later. Your bed? Disgusting. Go down. The kitchen smells like shit. Shoo the flies. Slightly annoyed, the swarm buzzes upwards into your bedroom. Dang it. Garbage. Thick and crunchy as it covers the floor. The world's worst carpet. Phone. Balancing precariously on a pile of plates, the phone blinks rapidly. You've got one new voicemail. Eat the flies, lazy llama. Lazy llama. Lame llama. You want to eat the flies? I'm feeling lazy from playing this game. The garbage on the floor, the flies. I missed a phone call. How are you doing? Happy, what is it? Is it Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Lame, lazy llama. I've got one voicemail. The phone is heavy and unfamiliar in your hand. The voice on the phone sounds stressed and overworked. Toto Hammersmith! That's me! We've received your application with great interest. Your what? And are happily to welcome you as our new producer. Waiting for an appointment? Oh, that's the worst. Good, but bad. Just gotta get it over with, but it's just not here yet. The game is pretty cool. I just started it. What? The fuck? Please report to our offices in downtown immediately. Your life begins today. Your new life begins today. Click. You've got 0 new messages. Holy shit! You can't believe it. A job, a real job. For you! You haven't felt this happy in years. Be careful now. This is how they get you. What do we do? Embrace the joy or suppress it? What do you think? Embrace it. It bursts out of you like a phoenix. Enthusiasm +1. Happiness is fleeting. Goddamn right. Enthusiasm +1. I'll take it. Yeehaw! You feel great. You feel amazing. Level up. Time to get going. You got the phone. I love this game so far. I'm loving it. All right. Window. Thick grime obscures a glorious sunset. How's the audio, by the way? I'm always curious. Is the game too loud? I mean, it's just music, but the air in here is thick and old, used up and dead. Open window? Is that worth it? I guess, maybe? Fresh air hits like a Sub-Zero sledgehammer. Ah! Go back up. Shoo the flies. Lazily they buzz back downstairs. Go down. Shoo the flies. Out of the open window they go. Yes! The sky is spooky. It is ominous. It looks like Sauron is out there. Whoa. My phone just blew up. Absolutely nothing important. Into the endless sunset. Forwards. Close that window. Your good old rusty car rusting away in the yard. It should survive the journey to downtown. We're not going to close the window? Alright, fine. Leave the window open. Door. New job, new me, let's go. You push, but it doesn't budge. Something's leaning against the door from the other side. Fuck. You push again. The door doesn't move an inch. The thing on the other side of the door is large and heavy. It's made of meat. Lots and lots of meat. Can we try again? Out of sheer desperation, you push again. The meaty thing on the other side of the door groans but doesn't move. Imagine the sheer magnitude of being made out of meat. Unlike the Weddellei, made out of part meat. Gotta climb down the window and drop into the yard. Goodbye, shitty house. A heap of compost softens your fall. Very good. It looks like a heap of compost is completely covering my car. I see it's green, but it's also a sludgy yellow. What is happening? Interesting paint job, if not. Yeah, compost, what's up? Curiously, it has grown directly beneath your kitchen window. Compost. Good compost doesn't just appear. It takes years of dedication. Consider the compost. This is some great compost. Kitchen window. You scale the heap of compost and look back in your old kitchen. This is not a flattering perspective. Car? You pull at the handle. It's locked. Unlock car with your enthusiasm. Yeah! The car remains closed. Oh. Car keys. Nice. You lose car keys. Excuse me? Is that how it works? Sorry, they must have changed it since the last time I've driven a car. I thought about walking downtown. I thought about it, you know? Because that's good for you, right? But it might take too long. It's warm and damp in here. Got a disappear appointment time. Good luck on your appointment, Lame Llama Llama. I hope it goes well. Yeah. I hope you have a good one. If not, thanks for stopping by. It's warm and damp in here. The battered tape deck, survivor of many lonely nights, springs back to life. Thank you for stopping in and for the llamas. Ooh, cat appearance. Get up here, kitty. Nope, going around. The tape deck springs to life. Hell yeah. It's your favorite track. You don't look back. The endless streets of suburbia roll away beneath you. You think about start backwards, the broken vase. Let it be a lesson to you. You control your actions. Your actions have consequences. Consequences have to irreversible final. Otherwise, you could just stumble around blindly finding doors by raw luck and perseverance. You accelerate through suburbia, speeding away from all the wasted time, leaving it behind you. You don't know where the producers live, but it sure won't be here, that's for sure. I wanted to think about other things. The forest is deep and ancient. You think about the forest. You used to play there as a kid, before you became a total loser. Branches and leaves make little noises as they scratch against your car. Still, you can't really believe it. A job. For you. You might not have any experience, but you'll do your best. Acid air hits the windshield, biting and clawing. The factories churn in the distance. You think about nothing. You speed up through the empty plains. Downtown, here we come. What? I wanted that. Nothing is something. I wanted to think about something. Downtown is close. Man, I had a good feeling about that. Sometimes when you think about nothing, the thoughts come to you. But I guess in this case, you're not supposed to think about nothing. You're confident. You'll become Producer 2021. Oh, okay, that was waiting on me. Downtown. The beating, breathing heart of the world. There's no better place for a new beginning. Autosave. Man, let that be a lesson to you. Don't think about nothing. You'll waste your experience points driving through the acid-ridden factory hellscape. Alright. The water. The waves are deep and dark and blue. Across the bridge? There's no reason to go back to the car. Bridges, pontoons, plateaus, and boats. The canals are where the cool people hang out. The canals. The party never stops. Turn. The mall is empty and abandoned. Look up. Tall towers of glass stretch into the sky. You have arrived at the offices. To think I could be level 3 by now. This is it. Your last chance. Don't fuck it up. Smooth doors slide open noiselessly. Concentrated on paperwork, the receptionist hadn't noticed you. Look around. You don't belong here. The elevator is polished to a mirror shine. Your pitiful reflection looks up at you from a spotless floor. And the waiting area fills you with unspecified dread. You really don't belong here. Reception. Ah! Who are you? What are you doing here? That voice, you recognize it. She's the one who called you. I am the producer! Oh, another one. Great. She presses a small button on her desk and smiles. The boss will be ready for you in a minute. She bends back over her mountains of paperwork. Look at? Receptionist. Deep rings hang below red eyes. Look at waiting area. The waiting area is immensely important. You are small and insignificant. Look at elevator. Like your career, the elevator goes up. Waiting area. Look at window. Red clouds push for the endless horizon. The horizon. The limit of what you can see, a sharp line. The clouds. Heavy, full, and greedy for more. It will never rain again. You. An intruder in these halls. Shabby and strange, leaning against the glass and thinking big thoughts. Step back. Sit down. The chair is made from hard, shiny plastic. It's very uncomfortable. Think about your new job. You've got absolutely no qualifications. Think about your old life. Dust and despair. A twisted creature opens the door, careful not to step outside. It's known to the delivery person. Every 2 days they meet, never exchange more than 3 words. This is the creature's only face-to-face interaction with a human being. You shudder and try to forget. This is all behind me. That was cool. That was well done. This is all behind me. I'll be a great producer from now on. Think about the receptionist. She seems incredibly overworked and stressed. She's lucky to have a job at all. This is in this economy? Think about your new job. They probably just brought you here to arrest you for lying on your application. No, stop thinking like that. Think about... Never mind. Get back up. Back pain +1? Ugh! Fucking chair. Back. Reception. Thanks for waiting so patiently. The boss is ready for you now. Just step to the elevator. Elevator. Servers? No, boss. Forward. Wait, turn around. You need this job. No running away. Forward. Knock. Flee. Welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you made it in time. The boss smiles at you. I am very productive. Thanks for hiring me. Yes, hello. He pulls a slim contract out of his breast pocket. Before we can continue, I need you to sign this. Read the contract. The salary is pretty generous and you get a tier 3 dental. Amazing. Read the contract again. It's a fine contract. Read the contract again. Nothing bad going on here, just a regular old contract. Read the contract again. You find it hard to believe, given the atmosphere and all that, but the contract is pretty good. Study the contract. You read the contract from back to front. This is a useful technique to discover things you might have missed otherwise. The contract, however, is totally okay. Study the contract. You read the contract from back to... Wait! There! A spelling mistake. Visibly anxious and genuinely concerned, the boss bends over the piece of paper. Oh no, you're right. We're so sorry. How could this happen? What? This is horrible. We're so sorry. Please, let me fix it. The boss corrects the spelling mistake with his oversized, heavily gold-rimmed pen. Please don't be too harsh on us for that little mistake. To some degree, spelling mistakes are unavoidable, especially if you're working with these large, unwieldy amount of texts. Especially if the budget is tight. And extra especially if your employees are incompetent idiots who will get to talking about this. Anyways... Study the contract? Now that the spelling mistake has been fixed, the contract is flawless. Sign it. We really appreciate your thoroughness. This extreme diligence is a clear indicator of great work ethic. Great, let's move on. His smile is hollow, like it could collapse into red rage at any moment. We're very happy to have you on board as our newest producer. Like all companies, we exist to solve problems. We're currently faced with our biggest problem yet. Judging by your stellar application, you should be up to the task. Oh damn! This is the part of the conversation where you're expected to be proactive, asking questions and learning important background information before being sent out in the cold, harsh world. Ask about the problem to solve. As you know, everything is pretty fucked up these days. Crumbling infrastructure, rising prices, small businesses are folding left and right. It feels as if it'll all come to an end soon. But as you surely know, every crisis is merely an impulse. Horrible tragedies will always force us to innovate, to find the solution. The solution. His smile is dripped with satisfaction. The solution to all of our problems is disruption. Disruption. New technology. More technology. Tubularity. It's going to make everything okay again. Gotta be very careful and not to say go. What's tubularity? The boss nods rhythmically. Yes, yes. I know what you're about to say. His voice grows mocking and cold. It's not possible. A pipe dream. A myth. Wrong. Everything is possible if you just believe in it hard enough. I leveled up from that one. Of course, I'm aware that merging humanity and tubulators won't be an easy task. It's a monumental undertaking. A complete overhaul of what it means to think. What it means to feel. Yes, even what it means to be human. Reaching tubularity is almost impossible. That's why we've outsourced it to our best freelancers we could find. Oh, it just goes infinitely. Okay. Be a producer. The boss scratches his head. I'm not really sure what it means to be a producer. You'll have to figure that one out on your own. The freelancers. We've hired 3 freelancers to research tubularity for us. Inevitable progress. Sadly, none of them have delivered their work yet. As our new producer, you'll have to find the 3 freelancers, collect their respective prototypes, and return them to me before the sun sets. Freelancer locations. The biochemist lives on a houseboat in the canals. The mechanic has his workshop in the factories. And the dataists have set up shop on the top floor of the mall. Holy crap, I forgot all that. Yep. Woo, Child Granny's lurking, drawing, but they got the audio on. Audio is all you need for this one, Child Granny. I'm going to narrate everything. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. What are you drawing? What do you got drawn on? Sweet! We just got a new job here in the producer's game, being a producer. We have to solve all the world's problems by merging humanity with tubulators. Skulls right now? Oh man, hook me up with those skulls when you get a chance. Tubulators, yeah. I'm a level 4. I'm a level 4 human being. Alright. Sounds very productive. Ask about the broken vase. Don't waste my time with this shit. Move fast. Break things. It's called disruption. What? Your qualifications. Your application was great. We called as soon as a receptionist discovered it in our paperwork. The boss really believes in you. Trust him completely. Ask about first task. As I've said before, you'll have to find the 3 freelancers and deliver their prototypes to me before the sun sets. It's really important that you get it all done as soon as possible. Don't go exploring. It's a waste of time. Just do your job. Tell me about the tubulators. Wow, where have you been for the last few years? Under a rock? Computers haven't been working since the PED swallowed us all. The microchips degrade too quickly. We discovered tubulation just in time. Tubulators now play an important part in managing our everyday lives. PED? Oh, don't ask him about PED. Then he'll suspect things. Expense money. Oh, yeah. Here you go. You got some money. Ask about the freelancers. The biochemist. I mean, to be honest, she's pretty crazy. But even the artisan respects her work, so we had to hire her. The mechanic. He's a good kid. Tries really hard. Just needs a bit little support sometimes. Poor boy. Ask about the freelancers, the datists. It's very rare for 3 accomplished individuals to join up. The datists are a supergroup, and I have high hopes in their prototype. Ask about the freelancers, the artisan. The boss sighs. She's the best. No competition. Sadly, she's been missing for a long time. The others are all okay, but well, she's just the best. Do I ask the boss about PED? Which I believe is similar to asking what the apocalypse is after the apocalypse has already happened. What do we think PED means? Post-economic disaster? Post-ecological disaster. That sounds about right. Let's do it, PED. PED, the permanent electromagnetic disturbance. First noticed by the artisan a couple of years ago. Damn, a couple of years? Time passes quickly when you're looking at your gray ceiling. Alright, we did it. I'm ready. Let's start. Great! Just collect the 3 prototypes and bring them back to me before the sun sets. Good luck! Oh wait, just one more thing. Being a producer is a very extremely vague job. But one thing is certain. Producers need to be enthusiastic. Creative people are especially vulnerable to emotional distress. It's an imperative that you're enthusiastic for them. This might seem kind of strange, but I really need you to be enthusiastic as possible. The boss leers at you, forcing his wet lips into a horrible smile. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear me about your enthusiasm. Yeehaw! Yes, yes, yes! It's back. The warm feeling in your chest. You're doing the right thing. The boss is on your side. The sun hangs low above the horizon while the boss towers above you. Producer, go forth and produce. Knock on the door again. All right, go back. Forwards. Back. Back. Forwards. What the heck is that? Is there someone there? Wait, you can feel it. Someone or something is watching you from the shadows. It's just a potted plant, failing to liven up in this dreary hallway. Must have been my imagination. Back. Forwards. Back. There's someone there. There's someone there. Okay. Well, strange. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us at some point. I don't know if time actually exists here. Elevator. What's in the servers? The tubulator. This room-sized model is a database. Incredibly useful, but only if you already know exactly what you're looking for. No, I don't want to be in there. Returning to the lobby, you already feel like a new person. The receptionist looks up from her paperwork and gives you a brief nod. Welcome to the team. Downtown. You're a producer now. The whole world is yours to explore. Once you've collected all the 3 prototypes, return to the boss. If you feel lost or overwhelmed, just close your eyes. That usually helps. Turn. Back to the car. The tape deck stutters and spurs. Stutters and sputters. Fuck! It's eating your favorite tape. You simply can't drive without music. It's way too boring. Tape deck. Jazza Badazzo. Ooh. Close your eyes. You think about the biochemist. The biochemist is living on a houseboat in the canals. You think about the mechanic. The mechanic's workshop is located in the factories. He must be nearby. The factory, okay. The data is set up shop in the top floor of the mall. The more experience I have, the sooner I will gain a new level. You think about your job. Your home. You can never go back home. Alright, that's it. Drive to the factories. You have arrived at the factories. The factories stretch far and wide. Who would want to live in such a horrible place? Corroding iron protects the mechanic's workshop. Look at the sky. The sun is setting at an alarming rate. Nothing has been produced so far. Not a single prototype. Do you even deserve this job? Yes, I do. Ridiculous. You can't even remember sending them your CV. This is all a huge mistake. Look at nothing. You gain 2 experience. Go to containers. Cheap and fading. Red neon advertises some sort of establishment. Establishment. By most metrics, this place is very successful. Go to workshop. The workshop is locked. Look up. In such a wide and open space, the sky feels heavy and oppressive. A constant force pushing down on the spine and spirit. Small and insignificant as you are, you're doing your part to make it all better. Approach gate. Pull. The gate is unmoving. Rattle. The gate doesn't move at all. Push and pull. The gate doesn't move at all. Rattle harder. Call out. Nobody can hear you. Rattle again. Push. Back. Wait! There, hidden in a crevasse. A tubulator is protected by a metal box and hooked up to a fist-sized glob of a speech approximation. SID. Greetings, I am SID. Please enter your password to open the workshop. Examine. It's a custom job meant to imitate a machine from before. The sharp needle, hanging imperceptibly thin, gives it all away, of course. The tubulator must have been insulated against the metal's cold embrace. Connect to SID. Tubulation, the final invention of the previous decade. Programmable slabs of meat. Holy shit! Rapid reconfigurations at cellular levels, processing and calculating with the speed of thought. No more lithium, no more rare earths, no more microchips, no more electricity. They just need a little warmth. Holy shit! Communicate? No matter how organic they might be, tubulators can't really talk. Just like the computers of old, their only strength is endless repetition. Enter password. Oh gosh. BEGHMNOS. Uh, 8, 2, 3, 5. Incorrect. Damn, I need a hint. Ask for hint. It's not allowed. I'm sorry. Beg for a hint. My programming requires me to make fun of you for debasing yourself like this. No hints for you, you pathetic worm. Crawl into the dust, worm. Anger rises within you. Communicate. Hello. Communicate. No biochemistry allowed inside. Level up. Epic. Communicate. This too shall pass. Communicate. Hello. Alright, disconnect. Back. Go to diner. Step into the diner. Low mumbling dribbles out of banged up speakers. Decades of fried burgers and post-shift beers. The slumped man at the bar ignores you. The slumped man. Back. The bar. Look at the menu. Most of the very traditional meals have been crossed out. Only toast and pickles remain. Look at the menu again. Nothing has changed since you last checked. Pickles and toast. Back. The slumped man. Talk to. He doesn't want to talk to you. The slumped man. I'm a producer. Great. The slumped man. Talk to. I don't want to talk to you. A lethargic hand. Buy drink. A lethargic hand waves your offer away. The slumped man isn't thirsty at all. The slumped man. Talk to. Don't make me get my hammer. I'll beat the shit out of you. Empty threat. This guy couldn't make it out of his chair. The threat of the hammer. Interesting. Slumped man. Back. The bar. Hang out. Leaning backwards and resting your elbows on the dusty counter makes you feel pretty cool. Your gaze wanders lazily and comes to rest on the floor. Footprints in the dust. They lead to the slumped man and yourself. Hang out. The slumped man. Formerly blue, his overall is stained with tears and grime. A blue overall. The threat of a hammer. You can't quite grasp it yet. I need more information. Hang out. Your gaze wanders lazily and comes to rest on the bar. Lined up bottles collect heavy coats of dust. Hang out. Your gaze wanders lazily. The bottles. You could probably just mix yourself a drink. Nobody would stop you. I'm not thirsty. Like, not at all. Hang out. The slumped man. Please stop looking at me like that. Hang out. The bar. This used to be a happy place for sad people. Now it's nothing. Hang out. The slumped man. Please stop looking at me like that. Order something? Hello, I'd like to order. Nobody responds to your calls for service. Look at the menu again. Toast and pickles. Try to order. I'd like some toast and pickles, please. Nobody responds. Hang out. Alright. Back to the factories. You'll never get your toast and pickles. As you shake the diner's dust from your clothes, a sweet fragrance wafts around your nose. Follow the fragrance. It's sweet and heavy, organic, old. It must come from nearby. Ha! A big pile of rotting garbage festers behind the diner. Rotting garbage. Slimy leftovers, dried up condiments, and content of 100 ashtrays. You feel strange. Search the garbage? Really? Are you sure? It's extremely disgusting. Let's go back. Linger. Whale-sized clouds of industrial exhaust push into the sky. The air burns where it touches your skin. Step into the diner. The slumped man. The bar. Try to order. Hello? Help? I just want a toast and pickle combo, please. Except for the slumped man and yourself, the diner's completely empty. Then why is it open? 10% weird. Cold wind howls from above. Something is wrong here. Very wrong. The slumped man. The bar. Look at the menu. +3 experience. Toast and pickles forever. Hang out. Your gaze wanders lazily and comes to... Puddle with paint. Sorry I didn't read that. I really kind of glazed over. The puddle is tiny and shallow. Contemplate. In a certain sense, aren't we all tiny and shallow? Deep. I guess look through the rotting garbage. Go to the containers. The containers never move. This is where they belong. Go to workshop. Why would anyone go all this trouble, hiding the organic part, dressing it up as a machine? Go to the diner. I mean, it's the mechanist. The mechanist. Linger. Weakly lit by dying neon, grotesque and alone, a small figure gazes up at the endless sky. Linger. The factories. Most things get made here. They might call you a producer, but what do you actually produce? Well, I'm just starting out. Linger. Cold gales rush across the empty plains. Puddle with paint. The puddle is tiny and shallow, just like you. Don't taste the puddle. Rotting garbage. Wait, what you assume to be a slimy worm is actually the last rat. Consider the rat. The last rat is all alone, lacking any meaningful little social connections. It's grown viciously protective of its last little pile of garbage. Pity the rat. Rat, your life appears to be pretty shitty. I hereby express my deepest condolences. It jumps out at you with a feral snarl. Use item. Your enthusiasm. Your inexplicable enthusiasm is very effective. You deal 2 points of damage to the last rat. The last rat rolls into a ball to increase its resistances. Use item. Your enthusiasm. The last rat is confused by your love for your job. It takes 2 damage. It's wounded. The last rat lunges at you, but misses. Use item. Your enthusiasm. Critical hit. You deal 4 damage to the last rat because you enjoy being a producer. Never doubt the boss. You defeated the last rat. You gain 20 EXP. Take the dead rat. You get the last rat. Step into the diner. The bar. Hang out. I refuse to taste the puddle of paint. Whoever hears this spoken out loud by a robotic voice is dumb. I want to be a real boy. Enter password. What the heck is the password? Hammer, blue overalls. I don't think the slump man. Incorrect. Fuck. You need help. But who could help you? There's too much stuff going on here. You can't think straight. Incorrect. I'm getting really angry over here, you meaty fuck. Back to car. Close your eyes. You think about the mechanic. The mechanic's workshop is located in the factories. He must be nearby. Weird. Something is wrong here. You think about leveling up. The more experiences I have, the sooner I will gain a new level. Help. It's pretty clear you need help. But who could help me? The receptionist, stuck at work. She could help you out. The boss, barricaded behind his big door. He hates being disturbed. A last resort, Joker-like, for when you're really and truly stuck. You think about... Okay. Drive to the forest? I've arrived at the forest. Ancient and almost forgotten. The forest stretches out before you. Look up. Thin twigs hold juicy leaves towards the setting sun. They came from the ground as little saplings, green and soft. It's not a nice process, growth. The endless death of other outcomes clawing for sunlight. Only few survive. They take all the loot. Their limbs are warped and hard, full of ridges and scars. Green and juicy is the leaf. A reward at the end of every branch. Look down. Heavy roots dig through wet earth. The dark kingdom below. To explore it is to destroy it. For what appears a solid mass to us is endless tiny tunnels, delicate capillaries, nutrition and home. Worms and insects biting and chewing, dissolving each other with acid. Stop thinking about it. This is all you'll get from the forest for now. A calm place, calm and slow. Look up. All right. Drive to downtown. All right. Driving to downtown. Turn. Enter the canals. The biochemist lives in a houseboat in the canals. Hang out. You've always heard about cool people hanging out in the canals. Now you can join them. Settling into a cool and relaxed position, you do nothing for a little bit. So far, you've only hung out in the center of the canals. Go to the harbor. The pier. There's only one boat on the harbor. The biochemist houseboat. Nice. Go to the house. Look around. The houseboat bobs in the water. The rest of the pier is empty and barren. Go to the houseboat. You've never seen anything like it. Stuffed to the brim with plants, the houseboat bobs gently on the water. Amazing! You should try to get to you should try and get a boat like this after you've done your job, of course. Look at the water. Your reflection looks back at you, wobbly and disordered. Something appears to be wrong with its lower back. Look at the bridge. Crude but stable, the bridge has been constructed by someone with very little patience. Look at boat. Battered but unbroken, the boat's copious amounts of plants make it seem inviting and pleasant. Look at the bridge. The handrail's covered in rough splinters, utility overcomfort. You notice the note. It's been nailed to the railing and flutters in the wind. Look at the note. I am visiting Bong Lord in Superbia. Won't be back for some time, the biochemist. Superbia. Bong Lord? What a stupid name. Superbia? And the streets of concrete and dirt. You used to live there. Superbia is huge and Bong Lord is just one person. How'll you ever find his address? A tubulator has grown in your car. It's waiting. Cross bridge. It smells great here. You feel nice. This is private property. You're an intruder. Look at plants. While previously well cared for, they're beginning to show the first signs of neglect. This makes sense. The biochemist isn't here to care for her plants. She's visiting Bong Lord in Suburbia. Look at the door. It's not been closed properly. Sweet-smelling air wafts out. Look at the water. You look down at your wobbly reflection again. Look at us, huh? A real job. Who would have thought? Not me. A little bit weirder. Nothing. This time, there's nothing. Look at the canals. From between the green leaves and the scented earth, the canals seem empty and cold. Look at... Okay. Door. The biochemist is visiting Bong Lord in Suburbia. She could have left the prototype inside, ready for collection. What now? All right. I'll be back if I need to. The bridge groans and shifts under your steps, but you arrive safely back at shore. Back to canals. Go to the alleys. The alleys are dirty and foul. Digestive slime drips down from diminishing walls. The usual crowd of dealers, junkies, and in-betweeners is absent. You imagine them on loose mattresses, rolling around, kicking and dreaming. You're way too enthusiastic about your job to waste precious time exploring the alleys. Come back after you've been less enthusiastic. Oh, okay. hang out, settling into a cool and relaxed position. You do a bit of nothing for a little bit. So far, you've only hung out in the center of the canals. Alright, go back to downtown. Turn. Enter the mall. The mall. This was once a holy place. The Dadists have set up shop on the top floor. Look right. A statuette stands at the end of the hallway, heavy and resilient. Look left. An elevator, old and unreliable, dangles from its ancient chain. Look up. Fixed to the upper floor, the ladder hangs enticingly, but just out of reach. Go to the statuette. Look at the statuette. This was a lot of work. Endless hours, countless days. You imagine the artisan getting up in the morning, brief breakfast in yesterday's clothes, 1 cup of coffee, chipping away at it, days, weeks, months, desperate almost to create something. Desperate almost to create something. Something that'll survive. The statuette's design feels vaguely familiar. Look at the statuette. Of course! It looks just like your fragile vase. As if it had stood model for the granite statuette. Somehow, despite weighing hundreds of pounds, the statuette exudes fragility. Vague feelings of guilt. You look down at the... Wait! There behind the statuette, a narrow set of stairs leading down to the hollowed out earth. Look at the top floor. Craning your neck, you blink against the falling dust. Behind the door, the Dadists have set up shop. Something's wrong up there, too abstract to support itself. Look at, touch the statuette, solid, unmoving. A rare pillar of stability in these strange times. I hope you never change. Touch the stairs. A thin film of watery substance covers the stairs, turning them slippery. It's as if they are sweating. That's a little weird. Your skin hurts, as if the air was biting at you with 1,000 tiny teeth. You scratch yourself and tiny flakes, chipped and white, break from your skin. Descend. No. You're enthusiastic, remember? No exploration for you. Come back when you care less about your job. Touch the statuette, solid and moving. Okay. Back. Ladder. Grab. If only you were a little bit taller. The elevator. Ancient chain. This thing will never carry your weight. Unreliable elevator. Pretend. This elevator is extremely stable. It will carry me safely to the top of the mall. Unreliable. Enter. The elevator guard has been here for a long time. It started out as a temp job. One of those app things. Tasker or something like that. Elevator's broken. Make sure nobody uses it until it's been fixed. That was long ago. Since then, the mall has left its marks. Hard skin, crusted joints. The elevator guard is still on the job. Don't get into the unreliable elevator. The elevator guard. It's been too long. The elevator guard can only express itself through its job. Don't get into the unreliable elevator. Elevator guard. Somewhere deep inside, it's still alive. You can see it in its rolling eyes. The desire to be allowed to go away, to disappear. It has a job and it must work. Elevator guard. Talk to. Desperate eyes roll helplessly in stone sockets. Don't use the elevator. It grinds its teeth hungrily. The poor thing must be starving after all this time. Feed. The last rat. You stuff the dead animal between the jaws of the elevator guard. Heavy eyelids fall down, full of gratitude. The teeth start to work. The last rat's spine cracks. The elevator guard. The elevator guard is chewing, ever so slowly. The elevator guard. Unreliable elevator. Enter. The elevator guard looks up. It has to try and stop you, but its mouth is full of dead rat. Sorry, can't understand you. You pull up the chain. The unreliable elevator starts moving. Deep breaths. Just ignore the desperate screeches of straining metal. Don't pay attention to the wet creaking beneath your feet. The elevator comes to a halt and you stumble out, not a second too late. Behind you, the ancient chain rips to 1,000 pieces. The unreliable elevator falls back down and collapses into a heap of wood, wet and broken. Whew! You've done it. The top floor of the mall. Who would have thought? Being a producer involves a lot of vertical traversal. Go right. The ladder hangs enticingly. It'd make a perfect shortcut. Kick the ladder. The ladder falls down all the way to the stone, the cold, hard stone, where it explodes into 1,000 little pieces. Fuck! Go right. Go left. Go left. Go right. Go right. To the dentists. Bright lights, sterile and sharp. A single tubulator leans in the corner. The precise woman looks up from the machine and smiles without moving her eyes. Dentist number 3. Great timing. Come on, get going. We don't have all day. Endless scraps of paper sticking to the wall, merging with the plaster. Heaving and grunting, the bulbous man waves you away impatiently. Dentist number 2. No, please keep moving. You're not ready. Enclosed by steel and even more wet paint, the screen looks down at you. Beneath it, tiny and clutching its old school hat, a man is overjoyed to greet you. Dentist number 1. Welcome. We just need one more set of inputs. Let's go. Are you ready to enter the maze? Enter the what? The maze. It's amazing. Trust me. I am the producer. Yes, indeed you are. Oh, a lot of talking. Who are you? He picks up a fistful of paper strips out of his hat and throws them onto the ground. Crawling around on the floor, he reads them out loud. Made from meat. Made from meat. Cul-de-sac. That's who I am. But what is Dadaism? What is Dadaism? He pulls a questionnaire and worn down pencil out of his hat. Will you come back to me? Yes, sometimes, maybe, prefer not to tell, of course not, could be, never, no, yes. Sometimes. Do you prefer not to answer? Of course not. Do you desire certain apples? Yes. Based on our precise calculations, Dadaism is too complicated for you. But who am I? Who are you? Laminated, made of meat, directed. That's who I am. It appears that Dadaism revolves around randomness. Random words, random questions, a kind of remix. Enter the maze. A strange, knobbly device is thrust in your hands. The simulation begins. Don't worry, it's all fake. Nothing here can hurt you. Welcome to the maze. Your goal is to find the exit. You have 60 actions to achieve the goal. Once you've run out of actions to reach goal, the simulation ends. Got it? Got it. Great, let's begin. Right. 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 Forward. 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 Right. Left. Forward. Forward. Right. Right. Forward. Right. Left. Forward. 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 Left. Forward. Forward. Right. Forward. 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 Right. You've used 30 actions already. Time really does fly by when you're having fun. Right. Forward. 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 Left. Forward. Left. Forward. 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 Exit the maze. Congratulations, you've done it! You reacquaint yourself with reality while Dadaist 1 prints out a thick stack of papers. Congratulations again. A real achievement. Anyways, here's our prototype. It's just a report? A bunch of numbers on paper? What? Ask the others, they'll explain. The short version is that this isn't tubularity. Yet. We just need more time. And more money. At least that's what Dadaist 3 keeps saying to Dadaist 2. Got it. You get thick report. You did it, the first prototype. Luxurious and warm, pride swells in your chest. You're amazing. Yow! Yes, there it is again. The golden rush of success. You're great, you're amazing. I'll become the producer. I'll do everything the boss tells me to do. Yes, joy, how wonderful. I'm sensing that you need to play this a few times. Two-paper room. Oh, I almost forgot. Next time you visit, just use our hidden shortcut. It saves a lot of time. Dadaist number 2. I see that you've taken an interest in our organization. Good. Dadaism number 1 means well, but his approach is old and outdated. Talk to me if you want to know more. Dadaism 2. There is fervor in his little eyes, burning brightly. Eventually it will consume him. So, what do you want to know? What is Dadaism? Snapping his torso around, he points at the wall and its crinkling paper dress. We're hunting for the truth, for beauty, for most quantifiable parts of our very soul. It's all out there, already. Just need not put together correctly yet. I'm currently running a complicated calculation, trying to find all the possible combinations of things. Somewhere in the huge pile of random noise, we'll find it. Tubularity. Galloping doom awaits. But there's a way out. Only one chance is left to us. We have to grasp at it relentlessly, no matter how distant it might be. What is tubularity? Suddenly aware of his posture, Dadaist 2 snaps to attention. Tubularity is inevitable future. When the first human picked up the first rock to use it as a first tool, they started an inevitable chain of events, the same chain that binds us to this moment. Tubularity is our only chance at keeping that chain from breaking, because it will break. Unless we become faster, much faster. If we eat our own input, the cycle will spin out of control. Wheels shall turn faster than ever. We will go forward. Who are you? Small eyes swivel anxiously, checking for reflective surfaces. I am but a humble servant of the inevitable. A fraction of the impulse that forces you to take the next step. A rearranger of information. Searching for the truth. I know to be contained into the pile. For we are doomed to die in the stasis without progress. Doomed, doomed. Therefore, we must fight against the dying light. I'm calculating endlessly here. The numbers are growing exponentially. Here, on my paper, shining just beautiful. But first, we need more. More input, more processing power, more. He stumbles backwards, drained and empty, clawing at the diagrammed wall for support. When he speaks again, it's only almost a whisper. The future. The future. To the screen room. To the paper room. To the tube room. Dadaist 3 hasn't noticed you. She's kneeling on the floor, scratching at the wall. Yeah, that's weird. Where is everyone? There used to be more people. Those that remain are high-strung and over-the-top. Caricatures, almost. None of them can move. Dadaist number 3. Oh, yes? Look, I know you've talked to the others and all that, but when I look at you, all I see is an inexperienced producer. We can talk after you've collected all 3 prototypes. Okay. Use the shortcut. The shortcut is very bright. A spiral staircase leads down to a tiny metal door. You quickly unlock the door and emerge. Okay. Turn. Enter the offices. Receptionist. The receptionist is really busy. Don't waste your precious time. Ask about the workshop password. He never was the most creative one now, was he? Have you tried something like 6789? She laughs a tired laugh. No, that would be too crude even for him. She sighs and gets back to her paperwork. Let's ask her one last thing. Ask about the Bong Lord. Bong Lord. What a stupid name, right? That's what I've been saying. Yeah, sorry, no clue where you could live. Bong Lord. Bong Lord. She sighs and gets back to her paperwork. Downtown. Turn. Back to the car. Add address. Tubulators. The usual panic. They'll drink you dry, take you over. Bullshit, of course. The needle never hurts. What? B-O-N-G. Of course! Bong has been added to your list of visitable locations. Drive to Bong Lord. Easy! Driving through the forest. I see it's definitely getting nighttime. You have arrived. The place is huge and deserted. What a dump. The cheap plywood doors have all fallen off their hinges. Only Bong Lord's door remains standing. Bong Lord's door. You remember all the futile rattling and pushing in the front of the workshop. No matter what you did, the gate never moved an inch. Bong Lord's door looks weak and flimsy in comparison. Explore. Cold wind rips through the streets. No, this is a bad neighborhood, and exploring it has nothing to do with your job. Bong Lord's door. Knock. The voice from inside is deep and warm. Come on in. Rattle. Hell no, my poor back has suffered enough. Enter. Heavy smoke hovers and wafts through the thickest carpet you've ever seen. Bong Lord looks up from deep meditation. Welcome to my home. Talk to. This is no way to have a conversation. Come on, take a seat, relax, loosen up a bit. We're not in a rush here. Sit down. The carpet is white, soft, and extremely fuzzy. Running your fingers through the thick strands, you exhale deeply. You're safe here. Whoa. White tiles, triple glazed ceramics, and the smell of artificial citrus fruits. A bathroom. Relax. Back pain -1. Wow, relaxing is great. Talk to Bong Lord. You must be looking for the biochemist. There she is, deep asleep. Holy shit! Feel free to wait around until she wakes up. Relax. You relax. How nice. Talk to Bong Lord. Feel free to wait around. Relax. Whoa. Polished leather, cheap plastic, and everything in between. A pile of shoes sunken deep into the carpet. Talk to the Bong Lord. Relax. You relax. How nice. Talk to the biochemist. Wake. Snore. No way, she's too comfortable down there. Wake. Shake. Stop that. Wake. Back. Talk to the Bong Lord. Walk to the shoes. A messy pile of footwear, strangely comforting as if a large family was having lunch here. Flip-flops. The poor pieces of cheap plastic have been worn to the bone. Encrusted with mud, they smell of synthetic ammonia. Hiking boots. Solid and reliable. The hiking boots wait for autumn to arrive. High heels. Highly uncomfortable. Extremely useful only in specific situations. Sneakers. These shoes won't enhance your sneaking ability. In fact, on most non-organic surfaces, they'll instead produce loud and obnoxious squeaking noises. What a scam. Take the high heels? What could you use them for? You get high heels. I'll just have to find out. Walk to the bathroom. Examine the toilet. You can't remember the last time you've taken a shit. 50% and 52% weirdness. Something wears away at the caves and carpal tunnels. Far below, ancient ceilings collapse into lakes of brown sludge. The noise is phenomenal, but no one can hear it. Only a soft vibration moving upwards through the porous rock reaches your feet and fills you with dread. Examine the sink. An empty glass balancing precariously on the elegant curves of cold ceramic. Examine. Take glass. You pick up the empty glass of water. Examine. Fill glass. The glass is now full of water. Drink water. You're not thirsty, not at all. Back. Walk to... Never mind. Place glass on carpet. You carefully place the full glass of water on the thick carpet. Pick up glass. You pick up the glass full of water. Sit down. Relax. You relax. How nice. Talk to Bong Lord. Feel free to wait around. Talk to biochemist. Splash with water. Her eyes rip open. Arrgh! Mumbling obscenities and carelessly wiping at her face with long sleeves. She quickly recovers from the aquatic assault. This is nothing to her. Oh shit! I know why you're here. Ask about people. Herself. I'm the biochemist. I create new things. And then I get high as fuck before taking the next step. Ask about workshop password. It's probably something really stupid. Have you tried boob yet? Or 6969? Or 1234? The world's worst ideas are held high in ironic truth by the truly desperate. Ask about the boss. Pathetic dude, stuck in his chair, can't let go, can't change. Ask about people, the mechanic. To each their own, but this guy, damn, what a sad sack of shit. I've tried to help him, but damn. Whenever he's at the end of his very short rope, he seeks out a public place and fishes for pity from strangers. Despicable, spineless behavior, really. A blue overall. The tendency to break down public spaces. The threat of a hammer. Of course, the slumped man in the diner is the mechanic. What happened to him? Why is he so demoralized? Ask about the dadists. Caught in the most beautiful storm, the dadists would salivate about catching the at-fault butterfly. Pathetic. To be fair, not all of them are horrible people, but even their best minds support a rotten dream. Good job, you've done a lot of conversation. It's probably safe to ask for her prototype now. No, wait! Bong Lord! Bong Lord is Bong Lord. That much is evident. The receptionist. Ah, her. She's a receptionist now? Such a shame. Is it the artist? People. The artisan. What a bitch. Acting all high and mighty all the time? Bah. I'm not happy that she disappeared, of course, but damn. She was very full of herself. Ask about things. The houseboat. You remember the smell and the plants. Paradise on dying earth. I'm pretty happy with it, but I mean, all good things must end eventually. Even the houseboat. Things. The thick report. She flips through the pages in a distracted, bored manner. Well, they sure as fuck have produced a lot of numbers. But does it mean anything? Does it have soul? Is it real? Clearly she doesn't think so. Ideas, her plans. As soon as I'm done rolling around on this very carpet, I'll go back home and wrap it all up. She grows intense and serious all of a sudden. Clean slate, baby. Ask about biochemistry. You wouldn't understand anything I have to say on this topic. Try me. Tubularity. Bah! Real transcendence comes from within. Technology can only reproduce, no matter how new it might be. I need the prototype. Eyeing you with suspicion, biochemist pushes herself up on bony elbows. No. Before we conduct our businesses, before the prototype changes hands, let me ask you a question. Sadistic glee glimmers in her eyes, sharp and awake now. Who are you? Easy. I'm the producer. She isn't satisfied. Empty phrase, try harder. What does it really mean to be a producer? Good question. You've been trying to figure that one out for some time now. Then you remember. The warmth, the feeling of accomplishment, the joy. The biochemist is waiting for an answer. What does it mean to be a producer? Being enthusiastic. Suppressed laughter shakes and rattles her wiry body. They've really gotten to you. You must be doing great. I don't get it. Whatever. Let's move on. You wish you could tell her about the golden joy and warmth that sometimes rises within you. But you know that she'd only make fun of you. You're not here to have a nice little chat with me. Her smile is too wide, seems unstable. You're here because you need my prototype. Rigid patterns frozen in thick liquid. Compared to this, the thick report is boring and trite. The bottle and its contents emit a fascinating shine, soft and golden. Too bad you have no clue what it is. She'd probably be happy to explain it to you, though. Ask about the weird juice. It's an interesting story, really. I was researching something else entirely, trying to come up with some new hallucinogens, when a big wave hit the houseboat and my microscope fell over. A very interesting fracture happened in the lens. If you looked at it from just the right angle, her hands describe a violent explosion. Boom! The golden grid opens up before your eyes. It's incredible. I've glimpsed truth, but only briefly. That's when I started to... She launches into a long monologue about her work, enzymes and reverse chains and molecular bindings. You don't understand anything, but she's very excited about it. So yeah, to sum it up, I'm a genius. Do you want to try the weird juice? Try the weird juice. The weird juice is thicker than expected. It drips down into the empty glass. You take a sip. What the fuck? The biochemist's voice comes from far away. Yeah, right? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, yeah! Alright, we got a game on our hands, folks. I see the maze. So there's decisions that we have to make. So if I say it's gonna take me to this decision here. Do I have a mouse control? I don't. I think that this is the one that I want to do. Stop it! Senselessly screaming has never helped anyone. Okay. What? This is it, the golden grid, the rigid patterns. This is what we are deep down. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get to the blue orb. Right? What is this? This is what surrounds us. We are just symbols? For now, yes. I suspect another layer hidden behind this one. Someone else will have to dig into that. In any case, this looks pretty dope, doesn't it? Yeah. Before the biochemist can respond, the effect has ended. What the fuck? The biochemist plays with some lint. You acquaint yourself with reality. The effect might be fleeting, but the impact is forever. Grinning broadly, she pushes the weird juice towards you. Go on, take it. Your boss will be proud. A rigid pattern is frozen in golden liquid. You got weird juice. The bottle is hard and cold in your hand. The biochemist watches carefully as you pack it away. She knows what's about to happen. Yes, another success for the world's best producer. Like clockwork, it arrives, the golden warmth in your chest. You'll explore with joy if you don't express your enthusiasm right now. Explore with joy? Explode with joy? Yeah! The world shines, yellow and golden. Personal fulfillment, you got it all. Yes, life is great, I'm alive. I love working for the boss. A dismissive noise emerges from the carpet. Psycho. Talk to Bong Lord. Good job, I'm proud of you. You again, what do you want now? Wait. Walk to the door. Something weird is happening. Leave. Hey! You still have my glass. Place glass on carpet. You place the empty glass on the glass of water on the thick carpet. Walk to the door. Leave. Hey! You can't just leave my stuff on the floor. Rude. Pick up glass. Walk to bathroom. Place glass. You put the empty glass of water back on the sink. Back. Sorry, Bong Lord. Leave. Bye-bye. A wet, cold feeling runs down your spine, like an invisible tongue. It's getting weird. Again, nothing. Damn! Next time I'll learn something new, I'm sure of it. Go back to your car. Drive to the factories. Alright, 2 out of 3 prototypes. You have arrived at the factories. Go to the diner. Step into the diner. The slump man. You're the mechanic! Utterly defeated, he slumps down even further. Yeah, you got me. The mechanic. I've come to collect your prototype. I don't have it. I'm a failure, don't bother with me. I'm worthless. Couldn't even follow her instructions. Useless, completely useless. Just forget it, leave me alone. It's pointless, who cares anyways? I'm paralyzed with fear, can't move my legs, can't get up, even if I wanted to. Which I don't, because I'm a waste of space. He sighs sleepily and sadly. I'm stuck. Ask about back. What's wrong? The mechanic sighs deeply and tells his tale. I was a bright-eyed kid, you know. Curious and adventurous, always exploring and inventing. I was smart. And now look at me. My young self would be disgusted at what I've become. Inspire. Just look at me. I'd never amount to anything, but now here I am. Producering you. The mechanic chuckled sadly before continuing with his story. As I grew older, I found myself drawn to a group of people, my so-called friends. They were cool. They did what they wanted. Idealistic and young, dynamic and expressive, fools on fire. They made art and held speeches and drank their parents' wine. I wanted to be just like them, but we both know how that worked out, eh? I was abandoned by the people that I trusted and respected. Now all I am alone. Encourage. They weren't right for you. You can't find your own crowd. You can still find your own crowd. Don't give up. The mechanic shrugs his shoulders dejectedly before continuing his story. I really tried, you know. I really grinded for my degree and studied harder than anyone else. I wanted to push boundaries, advance my craft. I wanted to leave my mark. I followed all their advice. It never worked out for me. Now I have 20 versions of the same outfit, but never actually created anything of my own. People like me stand no chance. I'm not a genius, so why bother trying? Comfort. At least you tried. Most people never even try. Good job. My childhood, my youth, my work. Who cares? Let's just forget we ever had this conversation. This guy needs inspiration. The mechanic. Ask about his password. Can't remember. Can't get up anyway, so what's the point? Let's finish your work. Did I make myself clear? There's nothing I can do. What's wrong? My younger self would be disgusted at what I've become. Say nothing. The mechanic is tired, used up and worn out. He continues with his story. I was abandoned by the people I trusted and respected. Now I'm all alone. Say nothing. The mechanic growls. Veins stand out on his arms as he clenches his fists before he continues with his story. People like me stand no chance. I'm not a genius, so why bother trying? Say nothing. Deep in thought, the mechanic says nothing for a while. He sighs deeply. My childhood, my youth, my work. Who cares? All that matters is now. This very moment, slipping through clumsy fingers like the smoothest sand. Fuck it. Let's try our very best. Suddenly, the mechanic jumps up and, with inconceivable speed, sprints outside. The cold wind edges him on. His feet hit the ground like a steam-heavy pistons. He makes it past the containers, only to collapse suddenly in the middle of the yard. Back to the factories. Back to the yard. Like a dropped sack of potatoes, the mechanic lies in the yard. The mechanic. Are you okay? Fuck, no. He flops around on the floor, unable to control his legs. This is what you get for having hope. I knew it. Ah! The mechanic. Carry to workshop. You get the mechanic. You stagger under dead weight. The workshop hasn't been opened yet. Ouch! The mechanic. Ask for password. I don't know, I forgot. I'm a useless piece of shit. It was probably something really stupid. Open the workshop. I can't fucking move. Just talk to Sid already. Did I hide it that well? Go to the workshop. Connect to Sid. Enter password. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Sid buzzes happily as you pass by. Clumps of spores hover above technologically advanced garbage. A big red chair dominates the room, smells like home. A weak voice calls out, "Hey, please don't just leave me here." The mechanic. Carry to workshop. You stagger under the dead weight. Not bad, you've guessed my password. Good job. You throw the mechanic into the big red chair. Ugh. Mechanic. Ask about... Not now, you can interrogate him later. Let's finish your work. Mechanic groans. Yeah, sure. Blueprints are scattered below the workbench. You're not gonna help? No, no. Whatever I touch, it dies. Workbench. Cool, a crafting bench. 3 sheets of instructions. White ink on blue paper have been carelessly dropped below the table. Is this what it means to be a producer? Helping people who can't help themselves? Craft an item. I'd love to craft items. What do you want to craft? Iron dagger +1. You don't have enough resources to craft that. 3 iron, 1 wood. Lucky me, I love foraging for resources in order to craft things out of them. Assemble a prototype. Just follow the instructions and be careful. We only get 1 shot at this. Study the blueprints. You carefully read the instructions and try to sum them up to yourself. Page 1. The unscrambler should get added after the scrambler, but not before. I'm just gonna take screenshots of this stuff. Music. Page 2. Never place wet wire and looper after each other. They don't like it at all. Doot doot doot. This is technology in action. Page 3. Either the looper or the unscrambler should go first. The other one comes in the end. Alright, let's assemble this. Assemble! Assemble for real. Well, I'm prepared. Let's go. You start with... Alright, let me look at this. Let me look at my notes. Either the looper or the unscrambler should go first. The unscrambler should get added after the scrambler. So the unscrambler can't be first. So it has to be the looper. So it goes the looper, looper, scrambler, wet wire, unscrambler. So is it in order? Looper, looper on the bench. Then you add. Never place the wet wire and looper after each other. So the looper has to be first. We can't do the wet wire. We have to do the scrambler. With a satisfying click, the scrambler snaps into place. The third part will be the unscrambler has to go at the end. So wet wire. The wet wire attaches itself to the mechanism with a disgusting wet sound. Only part remains is the unscrambler. Wow, it fits perfectly. You're done. The helmet pulsates softly. Little legs wriggle. How does that work? Look, good? The mechanic nods and smiles, leaning back into his big red chair. Yes, perfect. Put it on your head? The helmet attaches itself with the sound of a wet snail curling happily. Think. You think about thinking. You think about the people who have thought about thinking before you thought about thinking. Speak. The clawful helmet doesn't allow you to speak. Think. You think some more, mainly about thinking. Think. After giving some more thought about thinking, you think that you've not thought enough. Time to think some more. Think. If you really think about it, isn't thinking about thinking a specific type of thought? You could call it think-wanting. Yes, you think-wanting saves a lot of time when one is thinking about thinking. Instead of thinking that you think about thinking, you can just think that you're think-wanting. Think. But if you're thinking think-wanting about think-wanting, of course, you think about think-twoing. Think. You think about thing 3. Think. You think about thing 4. Speak. The clawful helmet doesn't allow you to speak. Take it off. The little legs strain and stretch. They want back onto your head. What the fuck? It's just a prototype. You got clawful helmet. The last prototype. Nobody ever doubted you. You're the producer. Top of your field. The golden warmth, like a good dog, returns. Yeehaw! Enthusiasm +5. You are the producer. You have produced perfectly. Yes, 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 life is great! The mechanic smiles weakly and struggles to raise his hands. Whoop, whoop. You've got them all. Time to return to the offices and deliver the prototype. The machine. The machine is old and outdated. Contemplate the machine. I don't know what to make of you. You seem completely useless. 72% weird. You begin to understand. Not completely, but with your body, in the way you move and carry yourself, hunched over and protective, as if under attack. From now on, the howling of the wind is never far away. You can hear it in the back of your head, rushing in to fill the growing void. Back. Forage. Iron. Forage. You find no resources. Mechanic. Ask about tubularity. Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure what to make of it. On the one hand, the biochemist says it's a scam. But on the other hand, the datists really believe in it, like religiously. Lots of questions, lots of perspectives. It's complicated. He's too cowardly to take a position now. Eternally watching from the sidelines, the mechanic will never understand anything. Ask about his work. The blueprints. You remember the bold lines and detailed descriptions? It all seemed very sophisticated, original. Completely unlike the sagging pile of despair you pulled from the diner. Did the mechanic really come up with the clawful helmet's design? Ask about his work. The blueprints again? Did you really design the clawful helmet? Eyes open wide in fear, he almost falls from the chair. Fuck! No, I mean, fuck. Yeah, okay, I sold the blueprints a long time ago, from the artisan's old place. Didn't mean much by it at the time, just admired her work. Happened before she got herself that new name. Beautiful penwork on those blueprints, just wanted to hang it on my wall as a tribute. But then the boss called me up. Had to come up with something for tubularity. Eyes closed, tears run through the grime on his cheeks. I couldn't hack it. It all sucked. Everything I tried to create, worthless. So I went to the diner as usual, was ready to fuse with the bar, but then you came and, well, now you know who has committed the fraud, no? Complicit in my crime, caught up in a whole pile of shit. Sorry. Be careful with what you do next. This one runs on self-hatred and despair. Forgive him. Fuck, don't pity me. I did something wrong and I deserve to suffer. You don't get to absolve me. He settles down, ready to marinate in inwards directed reproach and outwards directed anger. Fuck you and fuck off. The mechanic. Oh no. Oops. Leave. It's colder now. The world is shriveling up. Oh man. It's getting weird. White material, vague and soft, comes out from under your nails. It's growing. Eating. Look at. Go to car. Drive to downtown. The sun has set. I have the 3 prototypes. I'm ready to do it. You arrive downtown. Turn. 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 Wait. I want to go into the mall. Tiny metal door. Status number 3. You're almost finished with your task, and yet you take the time to talk to me. You're ready for the big picture. Dadaism is made up of 3 individual parts. In isolation, each of them is useless, but together, they become the most impossible dream. 1. Creation is random. This is on one of those arguments. Loved only by people with wealthy parents and nothing to do. What does it mean to create? Dadaism ignores all of that and just focuses on the truth. Your ideas are shaped by what's around you. Dadaism number 1 has shown us to the way by accident. He believes to only rely on feral randomness, but in fact, he consciously choose to write the stuff on those little slips of paper. Why did he write those exact words? So why not some other words? Creativity isn't holy. It's a function of the things you see and feel and know. Part 2, work needs faith. This is the one that everyone agrees with, but no one understands. Faith is irrational. Faith is stupid. Faith is wrong. But if you don't have it, you sink into despicable paralysis. Doubts and fears abound. You can't do the work without believing it. This is what Dadaist number 2 is doing. He's wrong, of course. Dadaism isn't the inevitable next step. He isn't building a god, but a convoluted spreadsheet, sterile and endlessly self-referential. He's wrong, but he believes, and so he can work. Part 3, finish to think. This is the one you can only understand by actually doing it. The unfinished thing is a ghost, haunting your waking dreams, nightmares born from hope. It's only in the deliberate destruction of the potential that the thing you make reveals itself. You only learn by finishing. And this is where I come in. Dadaist number 1 would still be looking for the perfect scrap of paper. Dadaist number 2 would be writing self-indulgent and weak-chested science fan fiction. If I hadn't pushed them to iterate and reflect, sure, they might be artists and geniuses, but they're nothing without external deadlines. These are the 3 pillars of Dadaism. Of anything, really. You've almost gone through it yourself, actually. She smiles at you. Benevolence glimmers weakly beyond the frozen eyes. You've been selected to become a producer. You've doubled down on the whole enthusiasm thing, and now you're here, ready to finish what you started. Dadaist 3. Go on, finish it. It's the only way to understand. Use the shortcut. It's super weird. Receptionist. Do you know that every time you talk to me I lose focus and need to start my current task over again? What do you want? I'm finished. Amazing. Up to the boss you go. She grows worried. There's something I want to ask you, but later. For now, go up to the boss. Elevator. Servers. The socket. Examine. That's a really big socket. Depending on your level of enthusiasm, it might or might not be important later. 99% weird. Nothing. Fuck! Examine. Connect to the tubulator. But with all those chips breaking down as the PED expanded, what choice did they have? Sure, it's gross, but just like with the last right nitrate, nobody was really seriously considered the alternative. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I don't know this term. Do you want to look up something else? Yes. How about B? Let's try the Bong. Bong Lord never moves, so things tend to orbit around him instead. We've been able to discover his current address. Do you want to look up something else? Disconnect. Elevator. I'm not prepared for that yet. Boss. You have all 3 prototypes. Getting to the bottom of this weird stuff isn't necessary anyways. There'll be no turning back. No, not yet. Servers. Connect with the tubulator. BOSS. Not just a gentle soul, but also very handsome. The boss is doing his very best to stop it all from collapsing. Do as he says and it'll all be okay again. Oh, gosh. What about... I'm sorry, team. What about boob? Tell me about boob. As I've stated on numerous occasions, I'm only able to print text. Images are not possible. I'll provide the usual alternative instead. Boob. GEMS. Gems. Treasure. Given out to heroes who venture into dark places. Dark places, huh? Eggs. I don't know what else to look up. What about Shog? Okay. One man? The sequence of numbers is not only the most common, but also the most stupid password imaginable. Don't ever use it, not even if you're just being ironic. What about 0? 1, 1, 2, 3. Anyone know any other words? Nebo! I don't know any other words. There in the water, it's the fat old fish. Fat old fish. The fish is ancient. It doesn't give a shit about you or your problems. Hey, you fish! The fat old fish ignores you. Fat old fish. The fat old fish doesn't care about you. Maybe I can bribe it? Fat old fish. Bribe with high heels. The fat old fish has no legs, no feet, no need for the high heels. Bribe with some money. The paper bills float for a while. Then they get soaked and start to sink. You lose some money. Blub blub. Fat old fish. Bribe with your enthusiasm. The fat old dish is not impressed by your enthusiasm. Fat old fish. Bribe with high heels. Oh, not high heels. Fat old fish. Bribe with your phone. The phone sinks like a stone. Fat old fish is amused by the loss of your valuable items. It'll follow you around and harbor for a while, hoping that you destroy more of your possessions. Hang out. Go to the alleys. The fat old fish follows you, making its way through the murky water below the alleys. You're way too enthusiastic. The fat old fish. The harbor? The fat old fish follows you, relishing the harbor's clear water. The pier. Wait. Back. Hang out. Settling in the cool, relaxed position. You've hung out in the harbor and the center alleys. Only the alley left. Back to the center. The harbor. Wait, no. Center. I'm messing up. Alleys. That old fish. Wait, where is it? There! It's sinking down to the mud. Dead at last, the fat old fish hits the bottom of the sea. I don't know how to feel about all of this. Death is scary. The loss of all investments. No grand payoff. It simply ends. Cross bridge. Door. You have everything you need from the biochemist. Return. Look at. Never mind. Back to canals. Turn. End of the mall. Go to the stairs. Now we will see how productive you've been. Sure, you've got all the prototypes, but have you been enthusiastic enough? The boss smiles through clenched teeth. Yes, the prototype, finally! Hurry, let's go! The boss is shifting nervously. He keeps looking over his shoulder out into the inevitable night. Weird. Yes, exactly. It's all been coming to an end. There's no time. The prototypes, come on, put them on the table now. You lose weird juice, clawful helmet, thick report. Oh, he expected something else, something better. Which of them works best? Which of them is the most worthwhile? How are we going to reach tubularity? The weird juice. The biochemist? Explain. What is this weird juice? How does it work? What does it do? It's really quite something. One small sip and bam! Everything's changed. You see these patterns, geometric shapes, and small white dot travels through space. The boss groans. It's a drug. You've been tripping on some designer drug. Garbage. This is garbage, unusable trash. We're screwed, we're totally screwed. Red with rage, he sweeps prototypes off the table. They shatter and break and spill all over each other. Suddenly realizing what he's done, he backs off, scared and bewildered with the power he wields. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that you had to see this. It's all coming to an end. This was our last chance. He gestures weakly at the mess on the floor and suddenly collapses into a puddle of despair. We're all going to... Suggests, how about... giving up? Offer platitude. This too shall pass. Encourage him. We can find a solution together. Hug him. The boss doesn't stop you. He's thin and brittle under his suit, bird-like, smelling of feathers and blood. After an appropriate amount of time has passed, you eagerly step back. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Wait! He perks up. Holy shit, of course! The cyborg! Not much is known about it, hiding in the shadows, creeping along the edges. Untrustworthy and slimy, they say, foul and unnatural. A technical genius, fallen from grace, discarded and discarded. People whisper it has reached its own version of tubularity, a nasty transcendence, sick with boils and rotten with disease. It's the cyborg. We have to find the cyborg. It's the only thing that could save us now. This is our last chance at major disruption. The boss looks you up and down. He smiles proudly. You're one of the best producers we've ever had. A genius almost. Now come on, let me hear it. Yeehaw! Yes, you're the producer. The boss folds his hands in mocking prayer. A true prodigy of production. Go forth and find the cyborg, or it's all going down the fucking drain. Fuck. This is bad. We need to find the cyborg. The The receptionist looks up, smiling fearfully. How did it go? Listen, I have a little problem here. You wish you could stay and help, but there's no time. Sorry, I can't. Important production business. Autosave. Alright, that's it for me. I thought I was finishing the game, but it's not over yet.